Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to Lozy PC, and welcome back to the play-by-email game of War in the Pacific against Invictus. Thank you very much for bearing with me over the last week. It's much appreciated. So we're back with content recording now, and hopefully, it'll be steady again. But yes, here we are, looking at kind of how are we going to do things? How are we planning on making our next steps? How are we trying to do what we need to do? What are we going to do, etc., etc. That is not good. Not good at all. A cargo ship taking a torpedo hit. We're getting a couple of task forces encountering something. Oh, for God's sake. So this is us. This is Wake Island. This is where we've been taking far too long, up near Wake Island to actually get things offloaded. So yeah, this is not ideal. Now, this is a lot of American heavy cruisers, and these ships are just not going to last. Yeah, this is basically where trying to offload stuff and me not realizing that the reason these are not offloading is because we didn't have naval support has cost us here several ships, which is less than ideal. Really bad. I don't even think this is a surprise attack, to be honest. I've kind of been waiting for this. Now, what I'm wondering is does this mean that Invictus is is he doing this as a bit of a raid, or was he doing this as,
This is Orphan Anne from Radio Tokyo, saying hello to all of her dog faces and boneheads wandering the Pacific Islands. Before we start the music, the Japanese High Command announced today that the Imperial Navy has achieved another great victory near Wake, with the sinking of 2 carriers, a battleship, and numerous cruisers and destroyers.
So I'm kind of wondering, is he planning a invasion? Is it a raid? What is his idea there with Wake Island? Because I just haven't been able to do what I wanted to do with it, and therefore have now suffered consequences. So we'll see if anything else goes. We are trying to bomb Port Moresby, but there's ships there, but it doesn't seem to be actually hitting the ships, rather frustratingly. So yeah, we will see what he plans to do at Wake. There's Allied ships bombarding. Okay, so we obviously saw these guys shoot us before, so we're just going to speed it up. It's a shame I don't have anything nearby to kind of bring on him, basically. I think the only thing I've got is perhaps some, some submarines, but so yeah, I'll be curious to see if there's a amphibious invasion. It seems a little early for the Allies to be kind of thinking of doing naval invasions. But we will see. We will see. More submarines. Allied submarines being spotted. And then our air ops during the day. Now then. Again, I'm kind of curious to see what the air situation is going to be like. We know we've got these flying tigers here. Managed to get one already trailing smoke, which is good. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. So we're losing a lot of aircraft to like engine pressure and things like that. So we'll keep an eye on their maintenance. They did all right there, I would say. I'd say we succeeded in our, tiger hunting, so to speak. So, okay. Victories. Mild victories. Okay, some bombing done at Clark. Try again. No damage that time. Still doing okay. Now, these Oscars kind of got had last time by those demons, which was a bit irritating. We should have the Ryu nearby, but I'm pretty sure she still has claws, which is not ideal. But we'll need them to cover the invasion of Maskakar, or Makassar. I can never get these pronunciations right. It's one of the worst things that I have going for me is my pronunciation of Eastern places. So, yeah. I mean, pronunciations of any places, to be honest. I'm terrible with it. It's not just because I'm British. So, in terms of sightings, not loads. Okay, so this is over Singapore. So these buffaloes that I thought were all but kind of, not necessarily gone, but these buffaloes that I thought weren't necessarily here still seem to be. I mean, at least we are escorting our Sallies. We'll see how the combat goes. It does look like they got into them though, which is frustrating. As well as losing a lot of Sallies to flak as well. And they did very, very little damage. Yeah, these guys are... Yeah, that wasn't ideal either. Luckily, some of them got away. It's all a bit tricky at the moment. We've not really had anything go our way for a little while. We need to get something. I'm not quite sure what it is that I could do a bit better. Even our ground attack that you'd think would go our way is going against us. Right, deliberate attack at T1. Like, what? There's just nothing. Nothing wants to go our way. And somehow Tarakan still isn't fucking falling. Okay. End of the day. So, we'll see where we need to look and think about things going forward. Okay. So, I'm hoping... Okay, the first raiding regiment has been moved successfully. Or has it? Yes, so the first raiding regiment has been moved completely successfully. The second raiding regiment is still not. There's like a tiny little bit left in Kagoshima. So we're going to move those by boat next time. The whole plan that we had for them just isn't necessarily working. So we'll move those by boat. It'll be easier and quicker. Because we want to capture these airfields up here to try and give us a clearance on maybe what's going on at Chittagong and things like that. Because it's kind of clear that Invictus is ready to block our path up into Burma, so I don't really want to fight him there. It's a bit pointless. Elsewhere, that's the... right. Is that the 53rd part of the 53rd Division on there? No, it was the 22nd Air Flotilla. Okay, that's still rather annoying. Okay. Doke. Now, in regards to our navies, how are we kind of doing at the moment? They kind of okay. Good news. Fucking finally. Right. The 4th Infantry Battalion has finally got itself into position. It's still going to take an extra day for its strat move, but we can get the 2nd Division ready to kind of maybe launch at Merrick. Now, other good news is we finally have some supplies over here at Oosthaven. I do want to keep that going, so fingers crossed that we can get more supplies over to there. But they do now have supplies, which is good. We will see how that kind of goes over the next few days to get those guys moving forward and even moving up towards Pamlamang as well. The fact that we've got Kuching, now we have these troops here, that's a lot better and a lot nicer. So what we're going to do is the ships that have been kind of... Well, there actually isn't ships that have been waiting for them for ages. Where have they gone? There should be... I mean, now they're going to be two... They might not be as big. So set home port quickly. Go down to Kuching. And then they can pick up the... Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That's what I meant to press. They can send over to Camaran Bay, which means then we can form the 2nd Infantry Division. Yeah. And then, go from there, which will be good. And once we have that, then that will give us something to try our best to try and break into Java with, maybe give us a little bit of actual success. He says. Now, so far, it's, I want to say it's going okay, but at the same time, I don't necessarily think it is. These guys seem to have taken out a lot of the supplies. They didn't need to do, so... Not unload. Cancel. Okay, just go straight away to Bangkok. Undock. Okay. Get moving. Now these guys are moving the resources, that's fine. Okay. These guys are still unloading equipment over here, which is not very good. Although, hopefully, the shipping engineering company, they are moving with naval support, so that should assist and allow them to get things done a little bit quicker. There's an independent engineer company here, which probably should be going into Clark Field. Now, obviously, last time at Clark Field, we took quite a battering from our units. They did some heavy combat and took a bit of a battering. Now, it's not really... I'm not really sure how it's going to go forward, but they do seem to be drawing supplies, so hopefully that won't be too bad, and things will go. Now, our armies in the north, well, in central China are making their move, so we're going to get these guys to keep going towards their targets. So let's get these guys moving, because that's obviously fantastic that they are actually on the move. And then hopefully that will provide us with, again, something to write home about. Okay. No, where's the amphibious invasion of Mascacard? It is on its way south. So this is where the Ryu, along with the Mayako and the Nachi, needs to meet that and follow it, provide it with some cover so that we've got good protection for it. Now these guys are moving cargo around, that's totally fine. There is a cruiser there, but nothing else more. That's the Allied cruisers moving off. So again, not really a problem. Kind of know what's going on there. Are we seeing anything else elsewhere? Doesn't seem like it. Seems like most things seem pretty relaxed. We're going to get this airfield built up here at Ocean Island. They return to Narrow Island. They can actually return back to Rabul, and we can maybe start moving some supplies down there. Now there's supplies on the way. Good. There's a lot of naval units or air force units here already. Again, not necessarily the end of the world for us, so that's fine. These guys are going to go land at Woodlark Island to try and make sure that we secure that. So in the Coral Sea, things are kind of going to plan, and how we want them to. Our various units are all over the kind of northern northern New Guinea, so that's fine. It's just, as I say, we need to get the Dutch East Indies secure, we need to get Malaya secure, and we need to push into Bangkok. Into Burma. And once we kind of done that, then I'll be a little bit happier in our general situation. It still feels like we're in that kind of, transitional zone between something actually happening and us doing something. We've got a load of units here that I think we need to get something to move. So what have we actually got here? We've got naval construction. We've got airfield construction and engineer construction. I'm happy to leave one Air Force battalion here, but we'll take the other with us. And where we're going to send it, probably follow up somewhere like Makassar. See, I pronounced it 3 different ways today, so you can't get too angry at me. And see what we can do with that. Now, can these Nates be upgraded at this place? They can, but we don't have many Oscars for them. That would be why. Well, speaking of, let's just have a bit of a check at the industry management. Let's have a look at our air production. The Helen is coming along okay. What else we got? Still, the roof is slowly getting R&D'd. The Tocker for some reason. But other than that, that seems to basically be it. It doesn't seem like too many things are researching, which is rather frustrating. I want to get rid of the Nates, and maybe even switch them over to Oscars. But at the same time, we do have some others being built. Okay, that's fine. No, I don't necessarily need more than that. It's going to take them time for that to build up, but I do want those Oscars over Nates, to be honest. Okay. Anything interesting in the signal intelligence? No, not really. Anything interesting in the op reports? Yeah, not really. Okay, no more possible repairs on the Maya at Sanma. So we've got a heavy cruiser here. Oh, it's only got one engine damage. Okay, fine. Okay. That's not necessarily an issue. Now, one thing that I am going to do is we also have destroyers there. They're amphibious. They're going to be for... There's Patini second wave. I'm actually just going to disband this. And disband this as well. I had a Takeo involved in it. What I'm going to want to happen, something that's quite important, is I'm going to want this LSD. There's an LSD here. And I'm going to want this at Merrick. Because what that's going to do is it's going to help us get the, offloaded. There's a word I'm looking for, and it's escaping me. It'll allow us to get the troops of the 2nd Division off much quicker, which is super key. Now, what I am going to do is move these Babs, transfer to base, select on map. They should be able to fly to Kuching. Yeah. And then from Kuching, they're going to go to Osthaven. And then they're going to just recon. Maybe they can actually do it from here. I think there's also already other Babs here too. Can you recon... no, too far. Yeah, so let's transfer these guys to Osthaven. And then again, what we can do is if we get these guys to recon Merrick and then recon Batavia, it'll kind of just give us a little bit of a heads up about what we're kind of getting ourselves into. We're going to know what's at Massacre. It's, we're dealing with several aircraft. Let's stop the sweeps. Go on to escort rather than sweeps. Come down a little bit. Now, one thing I did also just want to check is, I'm sure it's random, but let's just double check. These guys, there is a bit of fatigue on some of these, so let's keep up the sweep. Let's say 30. But then for the rest, let's keep them kind of rested. Now, how are our pilots doing? We do have one we can send to TRACCOM, which is handy. Another one there. Okay. Now, no pilots in the reserve. Oh my god, I've got 56 pilots there. Why do I have so many pilots in these? Should be okay. Now, this Babs is currently reconning Lasheo, and it's not seeing anything there. So that's good. What about Mandalay? Now, the problem I have with Mandalay is it's right next to a load of other bases, so Invictus could just offload a load of troops. Lasheo makes more sense for me, because it's over the mountains, and it actually cuts the Burma Road, I think, which is kind of funny. But it does prevent him from doing, what he wants to do there. So that could be fun. Now, Canton has got just about enough garrison, so I can't really do anything more with the troops over there. Okay, I think we will leave it here for the time being. I'm sure there's something I'm missing and going to screw up massively. But, oh, actually there was something I'm missing and I'm going to screw up massively. We need to transfer ships to and from. Get rid of the AV because we don't need it. Set home port. Oh wait, no, we already set something to go down to Kuching. It's fine. Ignore me. I'm being a bit silly. Now, these guys, how are they still fighting? You know, they don't have the supplies. That's the thing that frustrates me. They don't have the supplies. They're still fighting. I suppose it's just one of those things we got to deal with. Okie doke. Yeah. Okay. At the moment, fine. The only thing I can think is let's send these guys set home port as Tinnet. And set mission as Amphibious. Let's get these little islands taken. There's little bases around here that we need to take. And I'm kind of giving Invictus a little bit too much freedom by just kind of not taking them yet. So we're going to do that. Simple as. Alright, so thank you very much everyone for watching. Thank you for bearing with us. Now please remember to like and subscribe because it does really help the channel. And until next time, have a very, very good day. I'll see you soon. Bye.